to the March for Women in Edmonton. Now they're calling it a women's march, but really it was an AstroTurf thing. It was a Soros-backed phenomenon, a left-wing rally against Donald Trump and all those normal everyday Americans that didn't buy the media lies and all the spin and voted for him instead of that contemptible old crone, Hillary Clinton. Now there was a heavy NDP presence at the rally in Edmonton. NDP MP Linda Duncan spoke, as did longtime NDP activists like Paula Kerman. Newly minted NDP MLA floor crosser Sandra Jensen was scheduled to speak, but she couldn't make it and expressed her deep regret for missing the rally. The whole thing was basically a vulgar, genital-based, blame men, hate democracy, anti-capitalist mess. It's exactly what you would expect it to be. And like so many of these left-wing gatherings we've seen during this American election cycle, it turned violent, and I was the recipient of that violence. Here's what happened. Now, knowing full well how these people tend to behave, I made sure I wasn't wearing or doing anything provocative. I didn't wear a Make America Great Again hat or a pro-life t-shirt. It was cold. I wore a toque. I just wanted to do my job and, frankly, get out of there. Normally, I work these events alone, but this time I brought my friend Barry. He's a frequent Rebel volunteer and a really trustworthy guy. Barry and I were talking to some rally goers and, of course, recording all of our interactions with them when a commotion broke out. 5 or so counter-protesters on the far side of the rally started singing "O Canada," and of course, that show of patriotism made the left-wing kooks pretty angry. It was triggering these snowflakes into emotional mayhem. So Barry and I made our way through the crowd politely to head over and talk to those guys. Now, when I was over there filming the altercation and interviewing those 5 guys, a photojournalist came out of nowhere. He shoved me, and then he disparaged me for working with the rebel. This is our interaction here.
It's Trump's fault that these people did not vote.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm fucking serious. You're in all my shit. You're in everybody's fucking face. I'm trying to do a job here.
So am I.
For who?
I work for the Rebel.
That makes sense then.
Yeah, no, sorry. Where do you work for?
There's no space, bud.
Sorry, where do you work for?
Canadian Press.
Okay, so why would you say the figure?
Everybody's face.
I'm covering these guys. I'm doing my job.
Do your job. But you have to be this.
So that guy, you heard him say it, he works for the Canadian Press. His name is Jason Franzen. He's a lot bigger than me, but most people are. Remember that guy, because besides being a mannerless jerk who thinks it's within his job description to shove women reporters he doesn't like for doing a job better than him, he becomes important to the story later on. One little left-wing beta male, a male feminist, got furiously angry when I identified myself as working with the rebel. And you'll see, I wasn't inciting, I wasn't provoking. I was just trying to have a conversation with him and understand why he was so outraged that 5 normal people showed up to their crazy party. Just watch what happens here.
Ezra Levant, fuck you.
Okay, so wouldn't you say that it would be feminine? No, I'm just asking you a question. Do I seem unreasonable to you?
Yes, you seem unreasonable.
Because I seem really pleasant. Am I coming across as pleasant right now, Bear?
Yeah, absolutely. We're just trying to have a conversation here.
I'm trying to have a conversation with you.
Go away. Get out of my fucking face. I will break your camera. You do not have the right to.
Whoa!
Guys, let's calm down. Calm down.
You don't have the right to film me everywhere you go.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, I do. You just hit me in the face.
The level of stupid there is astounding. He tells me he's going to break my camera, and then with all the strength his weak little beta arms can muster up, he winds up and bashes it into my face. I was standing behind the camera at the viewfinder just doing my job in a public place. But as gross as that was, the next part is equally as bad. The feminists, the ones who say they're against victim blaming and gender-based violence, actually get in between me and that little cuck and block me from getting to him. Even worse, they hustled him out of the back of the rally. This little loser who just struck a woman at a women's rights rally where there are hundreds of witnesses was able to escape justice and arrest so far because the left-wing women there helped him get away. There was one woman who said, I was the problem. There was another man who said, I provoked it all. There was another who said, I incited it. One woman even blocked my camera with her sign so I couldn't film the little puke coward running away. Just watch for yourself.
No, don't tell me to calm down. I'm not telling you.
guys should move away.
You deserve to be angry. You deserve to be angry.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure. I'm trying to make sure
Wizardry.
nothing
No,
more
don't get
happens.
it between me. Get it between me. That guy, you feminist. That guy just hit me in the face.
Washing him away.
Doesn't matter. Do I deserve it?
Not the same.
Yeah, I'm the problem, you victim blamer. That guy just hit me in the face.
You have footage of it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to security next.
Good. Go do that, okay? I'm just trying to make sure nothing happens and it doesn't escalate, okay? Let's take a minute. Get security.
But remember when I mentioned that uppity Canadian press photojournalist Jason Franson? Just look at this. Here he is, snapping pictures of the whole incident between me and those feminist enablers. I filmed Franson filming me. Now, did the Canadian press mention that altercation? Did they mention a female reporter was struck at the Edmonton Women's March? Where are those pictures? Those pictures aren't anywhere. There is no story about me getting hit in the Canadian press whatsoever. The Canadian press and their smug, probably jealous reporter is suppressing the story, and I actually caught him doing it red-handed on film. This is a perfect example of the mainstream media at work. They will run a dozen mean tweet stories about left-wing female politicians or a 20-second chant of "lock her up" from Albertans at the end of their robes. They will take a reporter who claims she got death threats from conservatives at her word without any proof at all. But they're there to witness and even capture an assault of a female conservative on film, and they actively suppress it and toss it down the memory hole. It's despicable. It's fake news. These mainstream media people are an enemy of the truth. Now, I'm working with Edmonton police. By the time you see this, they'll have my footage and my statement and the names of all my witnesses. This is serious. This is a crime committed by a left-winger at an NDP rally, an assault on a woman. There is a maniacal woman abuser on the streets of Edmonton, and he needs to be charged, arrested, and made to face justice. I want to throw the book at them. But in the court system, no Alberta street justice here as much as you want to. We're going to do this the right way. Leave the violent problem solving to those dirty NDPers. So I need your help to do this. We are offering a reward, $1,000 to the first person who provides us the name of the little oxygen burglar who hit me. If you know who he is, email us at tips@therebel.media and share the special website we've set up at findthethug.com, where you can see the full video of what happened to me. And please share it. We have to spread the word. And one last thing, Ezra is making me have security when I go to these sorts of public events. If you can chip in to cover the costs of having someone to accompany me to these events, you can chip in at findthethug.ca. We have to catch this guy before he solves another problem with a conservative woman with his fists. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunreed. Go to findthethug.ca to see the full video of what happened to me at the Edmonton Women's March. Please share it so we can find this guy and get him off the streets.